Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Natural Beauty by Neil Young. Beautiful tune. First thing first is we're in double drop D tuning. So both the outside strings, the thinnest and the thicker strings, need to be tuned down one tone to the note D. So you've actually got the open fourth string there, which is a D. So you can use that just to guide you for tuning the outside two strings down one tone. Very, very important. Now that changes when I talk about the chords. It changes how you have to fret them a little bit, so that's one thing that you need to be paying attention to. So starting off first of all by looking at just the really, really basic chord shapes, then we'll go a bit more into detail of the rhythm that he's playing and the stylistic way that Neil chooses to strum. This one's played with a pick, I think, most of the time anyway. So the basic chords for the verse are an E minor chord. Now, because we've detuned, or it's an E minor 7 actually, I should say. Because we've detuned the thicker string, we're using our second finger on the second fret of the thicker string, third finger on the second fret of the fifth string, little finger on the second fret of the fourth string. So 2, 2, 2, open, open, open. Okay, and it's that open, thinnest D string that gives it the name of the E minor 7. Lovely, lovely sounding chord. And so we have one bar of that, then we go to a C major 9 chord. So it's actually pretty simple. It's just third finger on the third fret of the fifth string, second finger, second fret of the fourth string, trying to make sure that the tip of the third finger as well mutes the thicker string. So we've just got nothing, then 3, 2, open, open, open. Like a C, it'll look like a C major 7 grip, but again, because of the tuning, it's really a C major 9. Then we're going to a D. Very simple. It's just like a regular D chord, but with your second finger lifted off. So 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 0. And 0, I mean open. And then we go to a C add 9, which for all intents and purposes is just a C chord. So again, using third finger to mute the thicker string, third fret, second fret, open, first, open. Lovely, lovely chord. So E minor, E minor 7. I'm just going to call it E minor. C major 9, I'm probably just going to call that C major 7, to D, and then to C add 9, just regular C, I'll probably call that one. Okay, just after the names of the most basic versions. E minor, and it's the same for the intro and the verses, C major 7, and the D, to the C. And that's the most basic form of it would be that. And if you, a good starting point would just be doing that 4 down strums to the bar to be able to play. Make sure that you're comfortable with those chord changes before we start doing anything more fancy. While we're on chords, I may as well give you the chorus as well. The chorus is a G for one bar. Now a G chord, like the way Neil normally plays it, was just third and fourth fingers, third finger playing the third fret of the thicker string, little finger playing the third fret of the thinner string. But because we've tuned both of the outside strings down a tone, we have to move them up a tone. So third finger and little finger will be in the fifth fret. So you'll have fifth fret, nothing on the fifth string, the underneath of the third finger will mute that, then open, 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 and little finger will be on the fifth fret of the thinner string. Then we're going to a C chord, regular C chord, sounds like C add 9 because of the tuning. And then we actually move that shape up 2 frets. And it's kind of it's a D add 4, I guess would be the proper technical name. But it's just a C shape moved up a tone, it's kind of a D chord. Another common kind of Neil type of grip. Now the chorus kind of goes into what's called a double time feel. So whereas the original verses, I'm kind of feeling it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. In the chorus, it's kind of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So you can either keep the count the same both times, because it really is. Well, it is bigger than the count. It's to do with the feel of what it feels like to play it. And again, there's no substitute for playing along with the original recordings, to try and cop this. It's kind of called the time feel. So if you're playing along with the original recording, trying to absorb the time feel, you want to be trying to make your playing synchronize exactly with the original recording. And that's an important part of getting these grooves down, because it's very difficult, particularly Neil. He's so fluid, and there's not really a very set pattern for strumming in this tune for the verses and stuff. It changes around a bit, and that's one of the things I think that makes it really special and awesome to learn to play it. So I definitely recommend you, once I go through the basic bits, that you spend quite a bit of time trying to play along with the original recording and copying the feels and stuff. So let's go back now to the intro and the verses. The verses are the same chords, just with simpler strumming. Basically, you don't want to get so fancy with the strumming. And I'm going to give you a couple of the set patterns that are used here, but he really varies it up a lot, particularly live. There's a lot of different patterns. So once I've given you the bare bones, you want to probably go and check out some live versions and see if there's some things that you might like to incorporate yourself, little licks and stuff that you could work out. Neil doesn't tend to do stuff that's technically really difficult. It's just musically amazing, and that's it's good. Actually, it makes it quite fun to learn the stuff, because there's not going to be too many awkward finger stretches or funny chords. So look for simple things when you're working out stuff. But okay, the intro, first time through the intro. So the first thing is we've got a hammer on there. So we're actually going to play the thickest 3 strings open, and then hammer that whole chord down. Down, up, down. Okay, that's the first pattern. So down, hammer, down, up, down, up, down. Down, hammer, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, that's just an example of the way he's doing it on the recording, right? Down, hammer, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, we've got our first lick. Now, the big deal with Neil is keeping the strumming hand moving consistently, and there's loads of videos that I definitely recommend you go and watch him live, and you'll see how consistent he is with that. It's incredible, and it means that whenever you're playing a lead line within a strumming sequence, you have to make sure that this hand can keep going. Okay, so E minor, C major 7, and it's E and A, so after beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, E and A. So if it's the second 16th note, it's going to be up, down, okay? So in this particular sequence, it's 16th note strumming, so 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. The numbers and the ands will always be a down, and the E and the up will always be an up pick, okay? That's how it has to work, otherwise the maths doesn't add up, right? So getting from the C major 7 to the D, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's up on playing the 3rd fret on the 5th string, down playing the open 4th string, up playing the 2nd fret on the 4th string to the D. You want to practice just that much, getting to that little D chord. And what you're aiming for is not just going up, down, up, but trying to get it to feel like you're still strumming. Up, down, up, down. Up, down. Trying to get the feeling of it right. Because obviously we're picking individual notes, so we're not doing this big motion, but it wants to still be having that feeling of the continuous strumming. And that's the big deal when you're playing Neil Young songs. All of them have this same continuous strumming hand thing, and that's, for most people, the part that they struggle with the most. And once you crack that, most of his tunes become fairly, not easy to play, but well, easier. So we got that E and a D, down, up. And this time on the D chord, we're starting on the E after 3. So 3 E and a, 4 E and a, and then going to the C. So from the D chord, now I tend to use my little finger. I think Neil's using first and second finger for the D, and then the third finger for this other note. Feels a bit awkward for me that way, so I use my little finger. Up to you to decide which one you want to do. But from the D, it's 4th fret on the 4th string, open G, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, on the open 3rd string again, and then 4th fret on the 4th string. So 4, open, 2nd, open, 4th, and then we're going to the C chord. So for the D, down, up, down, up, C. D, this is the D chord, down, down, up, down, up, then to the C chord. Normally the C chord's got that little second finger hammer-on thing. Again, a very common Neil thing to do on a C chord. He does various different strumming patterns on the C. But let me just play that through, that little section all the way through, and just see if you can try and kind of cop the idea of it. Again, like, it's worth trying to learn a set pattern, and I'm trying to give you one, but it should be fluid and changing and just feeling it, but just making sure that hand moves. You know, I'm going to say it probably 1,000 times this lesson, but it's really, really important. So I'm going to try and do it real super slow. So 3, 4, and 1, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, hammer on, down, up, down, C, major 7, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, down. All of those fills are changing up a lot, and I love watching him play this one live because he had some quite fancy things in as well, you know, fancier melody lines. But again, if you keep that hand moving, you can kind of get away with all sorts of things going on with the fretting hand to add in extra notes and stuff. It's all about keeping that strumming hand moving nice and confidently. So I'd recommend learning what I've just shown you there as a standardized thing. In the verses, he just takes away all of the lead stuff. Sometimes, well, it depends on which version you listen to, but it's quite often muted. So, there's a little bit more using that outside part of the palm there just to mute some of the strings. On the D chord as well, Neil's a big fan of the old first finger hammer-on. Other thing with Neil, again, sorry to be going on about this stuff, but these are the things that make a difference once you've got the actual basic chord progression down. It's these subtle things that kind of really bring the music to life, and it's stuff like where you play, which strings you play in your down and up stroke. So on here, down, down, up. I'm going thick strings, thin, 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 thick, thin, thin, thin. So there's lots of different approaches, but they're the things to be aware of. And again, listening to a lot of Neil's really going to help, but as well playing yourself and trying to figure out how to make your guitar sound how you want it to sound, I think is an important part of that journey as well. So hopefully that's enough clarification. If enough of you request, I'll put the rhythm up on the website if you're really struggling with it, but it's just about keeping the hand moving. That's the secret. In the chorus, as I said, it kind of goes to a different feel, so you can think of it still as 16th note, but it's a bit easier to think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. But it's basically bass notes, down, up, bass, down, up, down, up, bass, note. And bass note of the chord, I'm just meaning not individual, like, not so picked out like a real country thing, but accenting the bass strings. Now there's that other bit in there which you want to learn as well. So this, it sticks, it's from the G chord, you're just using your first finger in the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 2nd finger in the 4th fret on the same string. Now Neil seems to go, take the chord off, and that kind of works. So he's doing this. But I think that it doesn't feel too difficult for me to play that while holding that chord down. So it's up to you. That it's a little bit stretchy, but I like the sound of the chord ringing out still. So playing that riff, of course, it needs to stay with the regular movements that Neil would use. So down, up, bass, up, down, bass, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, up. It's hard to think about it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's how I'd think of it as a starting point. So just down, up, bass, up, down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Funny how some things, when you think about them, become a lot harder, but that would be a good starting point, I would suggest. Remember that the hand has to keep moving, and you're probably not going to be quite as exact with that. So if you hit some of those open strings, it's going to be fine to have. Now I'm really not being too trying to pick it out that carefully, and I think that's part of the vibe of the tune, having that G. Obviously the bass in the middle, that one won't be there if you're going to move and do it Neil Young's way. You still stick with the same down, up, down, up, down. Okay, that you'd still stay with that picking even if you're not holding the bass thing and you're not strumming so much, you're picking out the note. You know, Neil will stay with that pattern all the time, and that's the really big deal. And I think that's enough to get you through pretty much the whole tune. Again, just listen to the original one, trying to cop as much of those little fills, the ones that you like, that you want to steal from. Definitely watching live versions. Spend a bit of time watching what he's doing as well, the way he's playing. It can be really interesting. So, you know, basically you're going to see that strumming hand is really, really super consistent. But once you really get to handle on that, it'll help you with lots of his other tunes. I've got loads of Neil Young song lessons over on the website, so please do go and check them out. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you dig what I do, because I really appreciate your support. I'll see you for plenty more lessons very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.